Everybody ready?
Council is meeting in December, but only the first?
First one in December.
Okay, so just the 9th. Okay. I'm hoping if
No,
they pass
he's
it
out,
tonight,
and
then we'll just get
Adam's
it
on
on the
work.
docket for the 25th
Yeah.
of this month.
Okay. If we just do, we could have a special meeting.
You're like, oh no. Oh.
Holidays be burning out, but if it comes down to it, and we need to get it done, we'll just have something after Christmas or something, so
Okay.
we'll get it,
I think we're really close, so.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order. We're having a meeting of the Tenino Planning Commission. Perfect. Oh, Will, the chair, is excused and out, and Adam is excused and out. Perfect. All right. Moving through the agenda, do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Do we have a second?
Yes, I second.
Perfect. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Perfect. All right, and then let's look at the meeting minutes here.
I move to approve the minutes.
I second.
Perfect. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Motion passes. Alrighty, now we're back to the agenda. Do we have any people wanting to provide public comment? Seeing none, we'll move to reports. Are there any reports? Perfect. Moving to the public hearing on the comprehensive plan, continuation. There is no one in the audience to provide public comment in the public hearing, so we're going to move forward, and I'll pass it to you to discuss the matrix.
Sounds good. Okay, so you guys should have received the updated comprehensive plan with the facelift. So we went through and updated all of the formatting and just kind of gave it an overall better appeal. And that's just part of the normal process. But as we were also going through and updating things, I created a comment matrix from the comments that we received at the last meeting. And so that's what you have before you. So I figure we could just go through, and I know that there's a physical copy up there, but if anybody wants.
It's also online.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Perfect.
So the first thing that happened was that we updated the land use and zoning map to include the ag park overlay and the historic overlay. So there's now a separate map that shows the zoning, but it has the overlay. There is also a secondary map that's just the zoning, just for ease. So when anybody looks at it, they don't have the overlays kind of showing through. And then,
Sorry, can I ask a question about that?
of course,
On that, I didn't necessarily see the definition of the ag overlay. Is that a to-come thing?
yes, that's
Okay.
part of the actual development code update, and not just this process. So this part of this will just be the map,
Gotcha.
or this part will just be the map update. And then Jennifer Colvin had some comments in regard to the potential of expanding the UGA, encouraging infill development in current city limits as opposed to the UGA expansion, encouraging density, and wanting to ensure residential zoning doesn't conflict with the ag zoning or overlay. I did note those comments. I reviewed the comp plan and didn't note anything as of right now that we should be concerned with in those conflicts. However, we do work with the county starting likely early next year regarding the UGA. And so at that point, we'll take those comments into further consideration. Will, if I remember right, Will had a comment regarding finding the street tree plan. I was able to reach out to the consultant that did that back in, I believe it was 2015. They provided me with a PDF version, and so that is now in the document as Appendix D, and then the downtown plan is Appendix A. On page 114 of the new document, it was requested to add a goal to convert all septic systems to connect to sewer. So we updated, or we created a policy, utilities 9.5, which talks about connecting to the sewer if you're new, and then it also has some provisions if anything were to occur, and I can bring that up. Give me one moment. So policy UT 9.5 reads, all new development within 200 feet of a public sewer line shall connect to the system. Existing development with a failing or substandard septic system as verified by the county health officer or Department of Ecology shall connect to the city sewer within 18 months of notification, provided sewer service is available within 200 feet.
Gotcha.
Great.
I think that's great.
The next one was update policy to reflect the correct name of Housing Council to Thurston Regional Housing Council. That is under the, and I went just in the order of how I wrote them down, so I apologize. They are a little all over the place.
No worries.
However, that is on page 52 of the updated comp plan, and so that has been corrected.
Cool.
Another comment was to change intercity transit to transit providers to allow for more flexibility. So that policy was updated, and you can find that on page 53 of the new document. And then under the updated, or the economic development resources section, in the economic development chapter 4 on page 61, it was requested to add the Tenino Chamber of Commerce and Experience Olympia, so those have been updated and added. And then on page 62, under the grant section, it was requested to add the LOTT CDBG. So I added information that I could find in regard to their grant program.
Gotcha.
There was a question regarding the small bridge on the second old Highway 99 bridge near the school over Scatter Creek. With the current issue with bridges is that funding isn't available for bridges under certain length, and every culvert has to be replaced with a bridge, but no maintenance costs are provided. I did do research in regard to that bridge. It is considered a culvert, and from my understanding and research, it is under the care of Thurston County. So what we can do at your guys' direction would be to just work with the county when we do our joint plan and ensure that that bridge is under consideration by at least one of the jurisdictions.
Gotcha. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as it's clarified with the county in the future, that makes sense.
Okay. There was a comment regarding traffic burden when the interstate is shut down and it causes major congestion and traffic flow backup. So we added a subsection. Now this is page 79 on the new document. We added a subsection discussing regional diversion impacts on local traffic. And that's page 79.
I think that's great.
So it just talks about how Tenino does experience regular traffic congestion due to regional diversion patterns when accidents or major delays occur along Interstate 5, particularly between Centralia and Tumwater and Olympia. So during these events, drivers seeking alternate routes frequently use SR 507 and Old Highway 99 through Tenino as a bypass. This increases traffic volumes on local corridors that are not designed to accommodate regional through traffic. These informal detours cause significant backups on Sussex Avenue, SR 507, and Old Highway 99, impacting both traffic flow and pedestrian safety, particularly near the downtown corridor and school zones. Increased traffic from large vehicles and unfamiliar drivers also puts added pressure on local infrastructure, contributing to faster roadway degradation and reduced quality of service at key intersections. So the city will continue to monitor diversion-related impacts and will evaluate improvements such as intersection upgrades, signal timing adjustments, and traffic calming measures where needed. The city will also pursue coordination with WashDOT and Thurston County to ensure that Tenino's roadway network is considered during regional emergency traffic planning efforts.
I think that's great.
Yeah, thank you.
And then the last thing was that there was some missing details on tables 16, 18, 19, and 22. Those have all been updated. You can find those on pages 92, 96, 96 through 97, and 101, all dealing with the transportation, or the TIP and the CIP. So it's within the, I believe it's the capital facilities chapter. And then, not on the comment list, however, I did go ahead and do some other things. So I added a table, map, and figure page reference list. You can find that just behind the table of table of contents, which is pages 7 to 8. I also updated the formatting for all tables to be the same. I do still need to update the formatting for all of the charts, because they're not all uniform, but that will be relatively easy, and I can do that before the city council meeting. I also removed figure 3, which was the city of Tenino zoning map. That map was just the outdated version, and since we have a city of zoning map at the end of the chapter, I figured we didn't need it in the chapter. And then reformatted and rewrote the community resilience section. It just makes it a lot more readable and a bit more user-friendly in regard to understanding the different key opportunities and challenges. And then I also reformatted and expanded the challenges and opportunities section to, again, do this kind of the same thing, make sure that it was readable and easily understandable, so that when anybody is reading our comp plan, that they'll have a better understanding of what we're trying to do. And then I do have a small list, as you'll see, for the to-dos. Those were just things that, as I've been working on the document, just seeing things that it's mostly housekeeping things, like need to update the charts to all the same format, updating format to climate objectives table, update the Appendix A formatting, and then correct formatting under integrating climate risk into planning and development. So just a couple of easy housekeeping things.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I think I remember from last time that the climate section was not the most updated version. Is it in this version?
Yes.
Okay. I
Yep.
was gonna double check.
Yeah. I have just two quick things. One, I wanted to say thank you. On page 121, you added the section about pooling water or prone areas to water pooling. And I think that's something we've discussed several times.
Yes.
So I just wanted to say thank you for that. And it gives what I believe is a realistic time frame and goal, where obviously we can't fix all of those if we don't know where they're at technically. And then from there, it gives us opportunity to leverage a lot of different funding for that. And then just one more potential item to add into the climate section. I don't necessarily know where or how, but there is the Thurston Climate Mitigation Collaborative, which is technically a group of the larger cities, but it might be an opportunity for us to collaborate with them, very much like we recommended the collaboration with the Regional Housing Council. So I don't know what that looks like, but potentially the city's partnered with them for Energize Thurston. So just an opportunity to add language of like collaborate with TCMC to work on climate policy or objectives.
I could, off the top of my head, I think maybe adding like a resources or very similar to what we did for the economic development chapter, doing something like that with just kind of known entities that are regional or that can affect the city of Tenino.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And then we could add the conservation district in that, because they've been doing a lot of work on like wildfires.
Absolutely.
Any other thoughts, comments, concerns?
I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like easy to follow formatting wise. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Perfect. I personally am okay with us moving the recommendation to the council for to approve.
Second.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
About this bridge thing, you're talking about the bridge over here. I thought the bridge that was really the issue was the one going out of town on 99 over here, just going out of town.
No, last time we were talking about the bridge by the elementary school.
That's brand new, that's fairly new though.
Yeah. The other
I
bridge
think it was
is,
just not listed, and so we were
Yeah.
confused
Oh,
because it's so
Yep.
prominent. But now we know
Yes.
it's a culvert, so there's that.
yeah,
I think that's how the conversation went.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it was more of, are all the bridges
On
included?
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Does one of you want to make the motion to recommend to council for approval?
I move to recommend to the council.
Second.
Perfect. Any discussion? I just want to take a second to say this is the hard work of 2 years.
Yeah.
It's very impressive that we've gotten to this place, and honestly, I'm really happy with the way the document looks, so go us.
Yeah, as a person who just jumped in on this and I read through it, it seemed it's a very, very comprehensive document. It's really well done and well thought out, and there's a lot of content and a lot of things to consider. So
Yeah.
good job on all of you for the 2 years of effort that I just scooted on.
Every
at the end.
every minute's important. Yeah. Perfect. All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
You did it.
Perfect. Do you have any unfinished business or new business?
No, I do have a comment. So, in regard to moving it forward, I'm going to work with the city staff in regard to getting it on the city council agenda for the 25th to be considered. I will work with the mayor in regard to the most efficient way to handle that. But other than that, we should see it. We should see it go to commerce by the end of the year.
Gotcha.
Great. Can I ask, I guess this is a new business question.
Go ahead.
What is the next part of the work plan for the planning commission? Do you have?
The code update.
Okay.
So we have to, when we have a new comprehensive plan, we also have to update the development code
Yes.
to conform to the new comprehensive plan, and
Yes.
so we'll start on that.
Okay.
Should be relatively straightforward. I think the biggest lift is going to be the critical areas ordinance and ensuring compliance with that.
Yes.
But also ensuring the climate element is considered, since we haven't had a climate element before.
Okay.
So.
Great.
That's also where we'll do the egg.
I was gonna say
Park
the
overlay.
egg peg overlay. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the consideration of the zoning of that space as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I remember.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then eventually next year, we'll discuss joint planning,
Okay.
which
Perfect.
for the people who are not familiar, it is the UGA in the bigger cities is a joint conversation between the city and the county, so that way that area usually looks a little bit more specific to the city rather than has the zoning of the county. Tenino has never done joint planning or hasn't necessarily done that full length. So a lot of our UGA, even though not much exists, is all zoned county-wise rather than zoned city-wise.
Oh.
So if you live in the UGA but you wanted to develop, you're most likely in a rural
The 5
residential 1 to 5
Yeah.
rather than what the city would be.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're considering in this next year considering joint planning. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Anything else for the good of the order? All right. Meeting adjourned.